you get educated on the life insurance,
All right.
right? But from there, how does that turn into I want to have an insurance company?
Right, independent.
Yes. Tell me about the process that led up to from learning and getting educated on life insurance to.
Me, I always had the aspiration of being my own boss.
Mm.
That was just me. That's what I was raised on. That's what I looked up to. So I believe I was in class, and like during class they teach you about being in a captive company or an independent company. And like as soon as I heard the word independent, I was like, oh yeah, what's that? I just and then one thing led to another. Like as far as me going to my internships, going to work for another carrier at a time, and then finally making my transition as far as going independent.
Yeah.
And then, so let me break that down. As far as being captive and independent, as far as what I'm talking about, that a lot of people don't know. So like a captive agency, that's like you strictly with that one carrier. Like I can only sell you that one product. So like if you come to me and I'm a captive agent and I'm with this company, I can only sell you this company's policies.
Mm-hmm.
I can't adjust to nothing. So if you don't fit this script as far as what our company is looking for, I really can't deal with you.
Right.
Now, as far as being independent, it's just like what it sounds like. But to make it simple, like it's like, all right, let's compare it to the rap industry.
Mm-hmm.
Either you could get signed a deal, or you could go independent. It's the same thing. Like I decided, I'm gonna get it out my trunk. I'm gonna go burn my own CDs. We go sell it out the trunk.
So is it the same in that regard, which is that you invest in your own money, print your own music, doing your own marketing,
100%.
doing your own legwork?
100%. Everything you see from me throughout the years, that's 100% me. I done wrote everything on my website, down to the marketing, down to the logos, down the emails, the phone calls, the conversations with the carriers, the conversations with the customers. Like when I say I done did A through Z, yeah.
So the independent agency gives you options.
I'm a lot more flexible because like now I'm not stuck on that one company. Like now, okay, if that company don't work, we gonna go with this one. If this company don't work, we go with this one. Like so, that's what independent given me. Like I had to be more flexible for my clientele.
Man, let's. I want to go back to the life insurance real quick, right? Because right. I think it's very important. I know it's very important because when my mother passed, she had a life insurance policy that ultimately went to myself and my older sister. Okay. It wasn't a crazy amount of money, but right. Still, it was something. It covered the funeral costs and things like that. And like you said, we were able to breathe a little bit.
Right.
Because what I also noticed in that experience is that although I was grieving, you know what I'm saying, and mourning, you know, my mother's passing, you know, emotionally and just mentally, you know, just going through that process, it did feel a little bit different knowing that there was this, you know, financial, you know, piece that came with it. You know what I'm saying? That did play a part in my mind in that process. So like, can you break down a little bit of just like what's some steps to like getting like debunk some myths that go into like life insurance as far as just like the expenses, how much they cost, what type of policies is out there? Are there like some policies that you would even like refer that people should really like, you know what I'm saying, look into earlier in life and things like that? You know what I'm saying? Break that down a little bit because that's super important for people to really understand the value of life insurance.
Like so, most people don't know life insurance is fairly easy to get set up.
Mm-hmm.
Like it might take you all about, depending on your life insurance agent, but like somebody like me, it might take me all about 20-30 minutes to fill out an application. Mm-hmm. Like a lot of people think it's so hard or it's rocket science or I don't know how to get set up or whatever the situation might be. It take all about an hour. Mm-hmm. Like a 30-minute conversation between me and you and then filling out the application and it's done. Mm-hmm. Only thing left for you to do is just pretty much just, you know, pay the bill. Yeah. And then at that, it's fairly cheap. Like, depending on what type of life insurance policy you want, but like, are we anywhere between our mid-20s to our early 30s, that gap right there, $1 million life insurance policy for that person and some good health. Mm-hmm. If you spending over $20 to $30 a month, I'd be surprised.
Thanks. Facts.
I mean, it's really ain't that expensive for like an average person in their mid-20s to early 30s. Let's say 25 to 35. If you want $1 million life insurance policy, you probably ain't gonna be spending over 25 to 30 bucks a month. Like, and the only thing I'm recommending y'all to do is just, you know, one less pint of
whatever
Patron or whatever, 1738. Hey, one less pint of that. You know, stop. Yeah. Instead of buying that, go ahead and buy that a life insurance policy.
So hold on. So I want to make sure I heard you correctly. You
Right.
telling me for $1 million life insurance policy,
Right.
you know, on yourself. What was the ages you said again?
About 25 to 30, 35.
25 to 35 for $1 million life insurance policy is going to be $25 to $30 a month coming out your account every month.
And you can put it on an automatic withdrawal, so you don't even
see it.
Hey, instead of buying Netflix, go buy you a life insurance policy.
Yeah.